Hey guys, it's time for the tech news, and we got some good stuff today, so hold on to your hats because it's gonna be super good. Huawei! You haven't talked about them for a little while. They probably haven't been up to anything sketchy, right? Wrong! If a Wall Street Journal report is anything to go by. Technicians working for Huawei in Uganda and Zambia helped the governments of both of those countries spy on their political opponents. The Huawei employees used the company's network and specifically a software called Pegasus to intercept messages and relay them to the governments. The practice was apparently done at the request of the country's police after they had tried and failed to intercept messages themselves. Now, Huawei says that this was the work of Huawei employees. Executives in China had no idea what was going on, and the company has never been engaged in hacking activities.
No.
But technically, if they're just monitoring their own network, it's not hacking. Like if I pick up someone's wallet after they drop it on the ground, that's not technically stealing.
Yeah, it's like finders keepers.
That's my wallet now.
Yeah.
Microsoft has warned of 4 new vulnerabilities in Windows that are wormable, which, beyond just sounding nasty, means that they can be used by hackers to make malware jump from one computer to another, like space. Because the flaws are so similar to the Bluekeep vulnerability that Microsoft patched way back in May, they are collectively being called DejaBlue, demonstrating that the only thing worse than security flaws are the dorky names researchers come up with to name them.
Hey, it's not that bad.
I would have named it. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Who wrote this? You did!
What?
The DejaBlue flaws are found in the Windows Remote Desktop Services, which allow users to take control of a remote computer and, unlike Bluekeep, affect newer versions of Windows, including Windows 10 and Windows Server 2019. Researchers are working on patches right now, and they better hurry up because if they don't fix them soon, I'll just want to cry.
Do you get it? Just wanna...
And speaking of security snafus, researchers from VPN Mentor say that a database containing 28 million records used for building security around the world has been publicly accessible for some time. The database, used in the Biostar 2 security system created by South Korean company Suprema, contains plain text passwords, of course, photos of people's faces, personal information, and even fingerprint scans used to gain access to secure buildings. The researchers found the database during a routine network scan, so it's fair to say anyone with some tech know-how could have accessed it. They also say they were able to change data in the database, adding their own fingerprints so that they could access buildings owned by companies that used Biostar 2. The database has since been hidden, but who knows who stole whose fingerprints in the meantime? Are a bunch of wannabe Ethan Hunts running around stealing secrets? Am I Tom Cruise?
James, you're James. You're not Tom Cruise. No, not again.
Now it's time for the Tom Cruise, brought to you by Linus Coffee. You can drink the very essence of Linus Tech Tips with the Lambo Roast.
Oh yeah.
Which isn't this, it's a bag of beans, but you can get it. It's got a sweet, chocolatey flavor, a huge bold body, and a smooth caramel finish. And I'm all about the finish. Smelling it makes me feel like I'm riding a dang old unicorn. And by unicorn, I mean a man. I mean a Lambo. Plus, Madrinas also offers sweet and creamy flavors like mocha or caramel, and bold flavors like their cold brew black. But the real kicker is that you can get 40% off your entire order. Just go to lmg.gg/TL coffee and click the link in the description and use offer code Linus. Do it. I need some cruise bits and I need them stat.
Cruise bits?
I want to drink more of this. AMD is launching a new line of graphics cards, and by graphics cards, I mean pre-built GPUs. And by new, I mean old. The Radeon 600 series, from the bottom end Radeon 610 to the top end RX 640, that's top end, not high end, are apparently based off the 28 nanometer OLAN GPUs from 2013, and are expected to show up in pre-built PCs and laptops. So why are we even talking about this, Riley?
Well, because I don't want people to be confused. It's RX 6.
Sounds old.
Yeah.
Old stuff in new stuff? Is that what we're talking about here?
It's news about old stuff.
Brutal. Guess what? Facebook was also paying human contractors to listen to recordings of its users. Duh. Recordings like voice memos sent using Facebook Messenger were reviewed by humans to ensure accurate transcription. But the company apparently stopped the practice a week ago. When all of the other recording stories were popping up. And look, if you're surprised by that, I don't know what to tell you. You might want to do some brilliant daily challenges or something, because your brain needs to work better. This is how they make the technology, guys. Apple is gearing up to launch new iPhones this fall, as they do. But the company is reportedly switching up their naming scheme again. Come September, we'll be looking at the iPhone 11, the 11 Pro, the 11R, and the 11 Max. Why not just take it all the way? Let's throw an iPhone 11 Plus, an iPhone 11s 10X or 10.
Who knows?
While we're at it, maybe an SE.
11,000.
I'm happy about this, actually. Oh. What's not fun is being kicked off your flight because your MacBook Pro might explode, like it's a hot dang Samsung Note 7 or something. The Federal Aviation Administration has announced a ban on certain 2015 MacBook Pros because of the faulty battery issue that triggered an Apple recall back in June. If you've repaired your model and have the paperwork to prove it, you should be able to fly just fine. You actually have to carry paperwork, holy cow. But if not, well, should've got a Windows laptop. Don't at me!
Hey!
Got him! Wow, that's hilarious. Just a piece of paper taped to your laptop. And Tumblr's sad saga continues with the blogging platform's acquisition by Automatic, the company that owns WordPress. Tumblr's selling price? Less than $3 million. That doesn't seem too bad until you compare it to the $1.1 billion that Yahoo paid for Tumblr back in 2013. And if you're about to cheer the return of lewd photos on the platform, sorry. The porn ban will reportedly remain in effect. But have you heard about the rest of the internet?
Woo!
That's it for the tech news today. Sorry, I can't do more, but come back on Friday because, oh boy, someone else will be here to do more stuff like that. My knees are quivering. I don't know if you can see them, but they are shaking.
It doesn't work.
My glutes are tightening. I got a buzzing in my ears.
All right, stop. What is this, Tumblr?
More Madrinas.